Hi everyone and welcome back. It's Elizabeth Dave, it's an adventure, and here we are for the February movie reviews. Super late, but here we are. I'm doing them all at once because I never recorded the reviews right after I watched them. The first thing I watched in the month of February is All Quiet on the Western Front, the 1979 film adaptation. It's a film based on a book about the First Great War, World War I, and it was astonishing. The funny thing is, so here's how good of a movie it was. It was so good at portraying the reality of war, and I knew that, and I've never been in a war, never been in the military. It was wild. I took down notes about things that weren't even relevant to the assignment I had to do, just because I was like, this is incredible. I feel like it was just such a great story. It was very well edited, very well put together, because they're just the way the scenes were cut. It's not a linear story, but the way the scenes are cut, it heightens the emotional element of it because it highlights different things that it's oh, you know about this now, and now you have to watch the past when you know that this thing's gonna happen, stuff like that. And it was super cool. There's a lot of symbolism, there's a lot of motifs. There's a lot of motifs which are really cool because they show the repetitiveness of war. And so the soldiers, they say at one point, they're like, why are we even fighting this war? We're fighting it for a bunch of politicians, and we ourselves don't know what it's for. We're just fighting it because we're supposed to. What do they say in Macbeth? Tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in, this petty pace from day to day. It's that kind of feeling. And so I think it was just an astonishing movie. Very lengthy, but so worth it. So good. It just really showed the reality, and I feel like it did it in beautiful detail. It was amazing how they could portray the span of a few years so well in a few hours. And it's just so heartbreaking because you see what they thought at the beginning of the war. They were like, the United States will never fight, and this will be over really soon. But then it wasn't, and none of what they thought ended up being true, and it was just astonishing. Next thing I watched, and I'm so glad I got to watch this because it was February, and so I wanted to watch romantic movie because I love Valentine's Day and I love romantic things, and I didn't know if I was going to. February was such a crazy month for me, but I did get to. It was great. Our friend Abby, Bryn and I's friend, came into town, and we pretty much watched movies all weekend. The Friday of Valentine's weekend, they marathoned all three To All the Boys movies, and I did not join them because I had homework to do, and I'm a book girl, and so I know that those are pretty popular books in the young adult literature world, which is the literature world I want to be in. And so I was I'm pretty dedicated to reading these books first, which is kind of dumb because I'm the kind of person that does well with spoilers. I don't care if I get them because it's not just about the story. It's so nice to enjoy a story fresh, but it's also I know that the story isn't just the story. It's also watching it unfold and seeing the beauty and how it's actually created and just enjoying it in that moment. And so spoilers are no big deal to me, but this time I was just I don't know, I'm just dedicated to reading the book first on this one. But I don't even remember why, but I had to come out right as they were starting the third movie, so I did, and I just stayed. So I did watch To All the Boys, Always and Forever, and it did come out that night. It was great. So that was really fun. I liked it a lot. I loved it. I don't remember her name, but the lovely lady who plays Lara Jean is incredibly talented. She's wonderful. It's such a cute story because it shows the reality of that struggle that teenagers face. When they're in their senior year of high school, they're kind of going through a difficult time in that they are in a big transition period. And I think it was a really beautiful portrayal of that transition period. It's very aesthetically pleasing, very cute. It's a very romantic film, and it's just it's got pretty vibes and just all that good stuff. And so it definitely achieves its goal, and I think it's a beautifully made film. It was very adorable. I love the process that the teens have to go through to get to that point of, oh, we are growing up, and what is our relationship now? We're dating each other right now. How long is that going to stay true? Trying to figure out where they want to go to college and what that means for their relationships. I think it was very, very good way of portraying that. I'm so excited to read the book now. I did not see the first two films. I don't really care. Like, you get the gist. Like, oh, she wrote these notes to these boys and then she pretended to date Peter, but then, like, they actually dated or whatever. But I'm so excited to read the full series, and it's gonna be awesome. I can already tell because the conclusion was so good. The next film, I don't usually review short films, but I wanted to on this one because we watched The Blue Umbrella, and it was my first time seeing it. It's a short film made by Disney or something, Pixar. Same thing, they own each other. It was so cute! And I was like, dude, did I just get a new favorite short film? If not that, it's Bao. Bao is probably my favorite short film. It's so well made. So, like, the art and the story is so good, but that's... So I guess this is a review for Bao too. But yeah, The Blue Umbrella is right up there with me. I loved because it just takes place in the city and it's about two umbrellas that fall in love. So cute. They just it's so cute. Two umbrellas that fall in love. And I think it was just so adorable because of the way it takes place in a rainy city, which you all know I'm weak for. And it's so cute because the entire city is personified. So like you see faces in like the street lights, the mailboxes, the signs on the road, stuff like that. Like everything in the city is personified, and they're all like rooting for these umbrellas that fall in love. So cute. Last but not least, the final movie was Knives Out, and oh my gosh, I was on my mission when Knives Out came out. I remember just seeing a lot of billboards for it, and I think I wrote down like, watch this one, this looks interesting. And now that I'm here, I just want to say, now that I've watched it, I do remember the billboards. The character that always stood out the most to me was Marta. And so I would just like to say, whoever designed those billboards and did like the artistic work behind those, good job. Because there were a ton of people on those billboards, and I noticed them all, but the one I remembered to like the day that I watched it was Marta. And so you did a really good job because I remembered the person I was supposed to remember. I remembered the main character. Good for you. Good designing job. Wow, where to even begin? It was so good. I think it's so interesting how the setting and the color choices and everything just like contributed to the fact that you knew it was a murder mystery right away, and you also knew it was a comedy right away. I feel like the art direction was incredible on that. It just, everything like screamed comic murder mystery. So funny. Oh, and it was so funny. And the story, oh my gosh. That like was a story that like I kept up with, and I loved it so much. Like you really like are trying to figure this out, and wow, plot twists. It was incredible. It was incredible story, incredible artistic direction, very good camera work going on there. There's a lot of storytelling elements in the camera work and the lighting here. Very good actors. Everyone was very talented. Just pretty much all around great. I do want to say that Ransom, his character gave off like very much the vibes of Thomas Sanders' Sleep character in his short videos. Super funny. It was really good, I think. Where to even begin? Just like great. It was a great mystery story. Had great characters. Had great cliche moments, and it all while also having its original spin. So I loved it. I could watch it all the time. It was so good. So yeah, February was a great month for movies. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Drop any requests. I've had people like request to me movies that they think I should watch, and I write them all on my list. I have a long list of movies to watch. The thing is, I won't get to them in a few months because I study film, and so during the school year, I don't have time to watch extra movies. But I do plan on watching any movies you guys recommend. So drop them in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys think I should do. Drop any blog suggestions in the comments. I'm so down to try anything, and I love to do what you guys want to see. So thank you so much for coming. Love you all. Bye.